Now, with one of my favorite people on the field, in the studio, and basically on the planet. Hall of Fame NFL coach Jimmy Johnson has written a memoir, and the title is a good introduction to the man himself, Swagger. There you are, Jimmy. Good morning to you, and you're out there in Times Square up on the big board. So good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Not like I just didn't get off a plane with you yesterday. But
halfway around the world.
Halfway around the world. You know, I'm looking at it as swagger. And for a lot of people, swagger means a lot of different things. What does the title of your book, Swagger, mean to you?
I think more than anything else, it's confidence. And then confidence comes with winning, you know. Mm-hmm. And then winning, you know, it doesn't come without, you know, some struggles and some sacrifice, as you know. And so I think that's swagger right there.
And you know, you won a lot. University of Miami, you won a national championship, you won Super Bowls with the Cowboys, you coached there with the Miami Dolphins, and those teams always had your personality, always had a lot of swagger, but they were also landing on these most hated lists for sports teams. Why is that?
Well, you know, I saw one list, we were the #1 most hated team when I was with University of Miami. Mm-hmm. We were the #3 most hated team when I was with the Dallas Cowboys. Somehow Detroit got in there at #2, the bad boys. I have no idea how they got in there. But hey, if we'd have been losing, nobody would have hated us. They would have loved us.
You wouldn't have been on any list at all. and when a lot of people pick up this book, as I did when I got it, I turned immediately to the chapter about Jerry Jones and your relationship with Jerry, who got you into the NFL when he bought the Dallas Cowboys, right, and brought you in the coach. And you two have known each other a lot longer than I think people know, or people would think, but you have a love-hate relationship.
You know, I started off the chapter with Jerry saying, I don't think people understand our relationship. Because I don't understand our relationship. You know, there's times I love him, there's times I hate him. We told each other that. You know, actually, Jerry and his wife, Jean, their son, Stephen, was born in the same hospital at the exact same time that my son, Brent, was born. So we've known each other, you know, really for a long, long time. And, you know, it's funny, Jerry and I, you know, when he was buying the Cowboys, and I remember it was like yesterday, he said, Jimmy, he said, listen, you know, I'm going to take out a big loan to buy the Cowboys. And I'm going to handle all the finances. I'm going to handle all the money. You handle all the football. And so that's kind of how we had it. That's how we wrote the contract. And so that worked good when we were losing. And then all of a sudden he paid off that loan. We started winning Super Bowls. He said, wait a minute now. I want to have some of that fun. And so that's when the relationship started being a little bit strained.
Yeah, and you know, but you still, regardless of that, you won those Super Bowls. You brought the Cowboys back to glory. And then you retired from coaching. But still, to this day, you're still a mentor to a lot of coaches. They all come down to the Florida Keys to hang out with you, and not just football coaches, from people from various sports, just to learn. I guess you're a mentor to them. So what are you teaching them, and why do they come down to the Keys to visit you? The
#1 thing, it's funny. I mean, it's not just football coaches, and it's owners, general managers. I had basketball people, R.C. Buford, with the San Antonio Spurs. He's been down twice. Mm-hmm. They want to talk about evaluating talent. And so we talk about how we evaluated talent. They don't talk X's and O's. You know, they talk talent and building a team as much as anything else. And they want to know about the struggles that I went through in building that talent. You know, Bill Belichick comes down almost every year. We've got such a great relationship. You know, just talking about, you know, doing contracts, you know, drafting players, you know, how you deal with veteran players, on and on and on.
So it's a lot more than people think. Oh, just come down and talk X's and O's. You're actually talking about everything else around the organization. And one thing you talk about in the book, and I've known you, 15 years now, I've worked with you, and I know how proud you are of your kids, right? And in this book, you're very candid about your relationship with your family. And you actually say, this book, you called it An Apology to My Family. And you reveal so many things that I didn't even know about you. Tell us about that.
Michael, you know, the most difficult time about writing this book was when I started talking about my family. You know, my son Chad was an alcoholic. He's in recovery and been sober for quite a long time, but he went through a lot of struggles. And I know I would lay in bed at night, I'd tell Rhonda, my wife, I'd say, I'll give $1 million if somebody can get him back on track. I don't know what to do. And I talk to people, and everybody's got somebody in their family that struggles.
Yeah.
But Chad went through all kinds of recovery, started Tranquil Shores, Alcohol and Drug Abuse Center, a treatment center. He got it certified, got the doctors on retainer, got counselors, on and on. Super successful. In fact, he's opening up another one outside of Austin. And I go back to the client reunion every year. And they'll have all the families and the clients back as a celebration. And Michael, I mean, it'll bring tear to my eyes. I'll be sitting there with Chad, and the mothers and daddies will be up at the podium, and they'll say, Chad, thanks for saving my son's life. One lady got up and said, Chad, you picked up my daughter at 2 o'clock in the morning and drove her around for 4 hours and then took her to detox. Thanks for saving her life. And I'm sitting there, I mean, I'm in tears. Yeah. But then I've got to go up there and follow that and talk. And I go up and I talk and I say, listen, I won Super Bowls, I've won national championships, I'm in a bunch of Hall of Fames and all that stuff. But nothing that I've ever accomplished can come close to what y'all are doing. Y'all are saving lives.
And Chad had his journey, which has turned into what it is to save lives. You've had your journey, which we're glad you're sharing with us in your book. And Jimmy, I love you. You know that. And I'm so happy you're here.
And you were that close to being a Cowboy. I wanted to draft you.
Yeah, you say that all the time.
The Giants jumped in front of me.
You know what, Jimmy? Stop telling that lie on national TV. You passed on me, but it's all good. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. Jimmy's book, Swagger, is available right now, today, this Tuesday. Make sure you go pick up a copy. I wouldn't have been a Cowboy.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.